Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you joined us today. We're coming to you from our YouTube channel, from Bottoms Down. And if you haven't already, please click on that subscribe button. It's free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. Now you only need your chair today, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to start. Let's all move up a little bit in our chair so that we're not leaning back, okay? I want you to lift your heart up. Pull that belly button in. So the minute you lift your heart, you begin to feel these abdominal muscles engage, right? So I want you to think about that throughout in the entire class. Just think about lifting the heart and pulling that belly button into the spine. Now I will cue that a bunch. You'll get tired of me saying it, but that's super important. All right, next let's think about pulling those shoulder blades down out of the ears. So we tend to kind of let them rise up, and I want you to really pull those down. Okay, so next we're going to connect our feet. We're going to ground our feet. So you have 4 pressure points in the foot, behind the big toe, behind the little toe, and there's 2 points of the heel. And I want you to think about having all 4 of those pressure points equally weighted on the mat or the floor or whatever wherever your feet are, right? So if you naturally kind of pronate your feet, so I want you to really think about making sure that all 4 of those points are equally weighted. Now the next thing we're going to do is we call it grounding our sits bones. So we have these pointy bones that we sit on. You can feel them, right? You feel how you're sitting on these 2 bones. So make sure that they're equally weighted. So if you kind of feel like you're leaning one way or the other, go ahead and make any adjustments you need so that you have equal weight on both of those sits bones. All right, let's go ahead, close our eyes, flip your palms up, close your eyes. Just connect to your breath. Take this moment to connect to your heart center, letting go of everything outside of the room. Feel your natural inhalation and exhalation. And we're going to elongate the breath. So we'll inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. Do that a few more times. And breathe normally. We're going to move into our diaphragmatic breath, so that belly breath. As you inhale, we're going to fill the lungs from the bottom up, engaging our diaphragm. The belly extends. And as we exhale, we're going to pull that belly button to the spine and push the air up and out of the lungs. Do that just a few times at your own pace. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's drop that right ear to the right shoulder. And drop our chin to our chest. Left ear to left shoulder. And drop your chin to your chest. Let's look to the front of the room. We're going to look over our left shoulder. We're going to look center. And let's look over that right shoulder. Go ahead and look center. And so what I want you to do is shrug your shoulders up into your ears and then just drop them. Boom. Let's do that again. Shrug those shoulders up and just drop them. Do that one more time. Shrug. Just drop them. Oh, very, very good. Okay, we're going to look over the shoulder one more time. See if you can go just a little deeper. Just a little bit though, not much. All right, let's go ahead and look center, and we're going to look the other way. And again, just see if you can look a little bit further over that shoulder, just a little bit. Go ahead and look center, and let's shrug those shoulders again. Here we go. Shrug it up, and let it drop. Shrug it up, and let it drop. One more time. Shrug, and drop. Very, very good. Okay. So now we're going to move into a cat pose and a cow pose. So again, this is all warm up, so just be gentle. We're going to place our palms face down on our lap. Elbows are wide, okay? So again, belly button to spine. We're going to round our shoulders, tuck our chin. So look down at that belly button. Just hold this for a couple more breaths. Feel the stretch through the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. All right, now we're going to lift our heart. So just simply grab the back of your chair and lift. So notice how I'm pulling my shoulders down and back. Do you see that? So down and back. My hands are on the back of the chair and I'm lifting that heart up. It's a beautiful cow pose. Let's do cat again. Here we go. Round it down, elbows wide, palms on the thighs, belly button to spine. Ready? Here we go. Lift it up into cow. Shoulders are down and back. Let's add the breath. Inhale here into your cow pose. Exhale down into your cat pose. Inhale up into your cow pose. Exhale down into your cat pose. Inhale up into your cow pose. Exhale down into cat. And release. Very good. Okay, we're going to move on into our mountain pose. Now we're going to start with our mountain with our hands down, fingertips. Fingers are wide. Now, if you have arthritis in your hands, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but if you don't have arthritis in your hands, then I'm stretching my fingers. You see what I'm doing? My hands are down. I'm kind of pressing those palms down, or fingertips really down towards the floor. I'm stretching through those fingers. Stretch, 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 stretch. All right, release the hands. Bring up into goalpost arms and squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. You feel it? I do. All right, are we ready? We're going to extend our mountain. Palms together, or palms facing one another. So extend those hands up to the ceiling. Belly is tight, shoulders are down. So I'm trying to touch the ceiling, but I'm only doing it through my arms. I'm not letting my shoulders come up, right? Keep those shoulders down. Stretch. One more breath and release. We're going to do that one more time. Mountain pose. Fingers stretch. Got it? Stretch, stretch, stretch. Release it. Goalpost arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind your back. And let's go to that extended mountain. Up we go. Fingers high, fingers high, fingers high. Okay, now we're going to pull our palms together. Interlace your fingers. Pointer finger is up to the ceiling, okay? Stretch it up. Now let's lean our mountain. So we're leaning to the right. As you're leaning to the right, concentrate on keeping this side down, okay? Really think about hips down. Don't let this hip come up off the chair. So I want you to feel the stretch. So you'll be feeling it all the way from your hip tip here through the underarm, and then from the underarm out that pinky finger. Let's come up and we're going to go the other way. So it's a very, luxurious, is that a word we can use in yoga? Stretch. I just love this stretch. Oh my goodness. Oh, are you feeling it? All the way up and then all the way out that pinky. One more breath. Come back up and release. Whew. Very, very good. Okay. Now, this next one is a seated twist, and I want you to be very gentle. Again, we're just kind of warming things up, so just don't feel like, okay, let's see how hard I can twist. That's not the idea. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it on the outside of that knee, that opposite knee. My other hand is going to come back on the chair behind me, okay? Now, the first thing I want you to do is take this shoulder and pull it back. Then just simply turn and look over that shoulder. But like I said, be super gentle. We're warming things up. We're just taking it easy. One more breath and go ahead and face center. Okay, let's do the other side. So now I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to place it on the outside of that knee. Opposite hand back on the chair. What do I do first? Take this shoulder, pull it back. Now turn and look over the back of that, that shoulder. I'm just breathing here, a nice gentle breath. Don't worry about the yoga breath. One more breath and face forward. All right, let's grab a sip of water. All right. We're going to move into elbow circles. So what I want you to do is take your hands and let your fingertips just touch the top of your shoulders, okay? Now, we're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to shoot those elbows forward. And then we're going to bring those elbows together, okay? You feel that? So there's a little stretch already happening in the upper back. Now, we're going to take those elbows up to the ceiling. And in our elbow to ceiling, I want you to really feel the stretch. So not only are you feeling this part of the arm stretching, but I want you to also feel kind of from waist or hip tips all the way up to armpit, all right? So I want you to feel both of those stretches happening. Now, we're going to bring our elbows out to that side. Your shoulders are pinching behind you, all right? And then we're going to bring our elbows down to the floor. And what I want you to feel is the weight. So you've got your elbows here hanging out on your shoulders. Those elbows are down, and just kind of feel the weight, if that makes sense. So you should be feeling a good stretch through those shoulders, back, and neck. All right, let's give a head nod yes. And a head shake no. And one more head nod yes. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, just like that, nice and slow. And then we're going to move through it 2 more times, just a little more fluidly, if you will. All right? So here we go. Let's don't worry about the breath at this point. We're going to bring those elbows up first. Bring and let them kiss each other. All right, now we're going to take the elbows up to the ceiling. Feel the stretch, right? Now we're going to bring those elbows back behind us. We're pinching behind, shoulder blades together. Now let those elbows fall down towards the floor. Feel the weight of the elbow, the gravity helping give you a little bit of a massage or stretch here in those shoulders. Let's do a head nod yes. And a head shake no. And a head nod yes. All right. Can we do that just a little more fluidly? I don't want to say faster because that's not necessarily the case, but I just want us to move through it without really stopping, okay? Here we go. We're going to, up we go. Elbows together. Elbows to the ceiling. Oh yeah, feel the stretch. Elbows back, squeeze down to the floor. Nod yes. Shake no. Nod yes. One more time. This is it. Here we go. Elbows up. Kiss together. Up to the ceiling. Stretch. Bring it back behind you. Squeeze down to the floor. Nod yes. Shake no. Nod yes. And release. How'd that feel? All right, maybe just a little shoulder roll here would be a nice thing. Does that feel okay? All right. Very, very good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place our hands on the seat behind us, okay? And I want you to take those shoulders and squeeze them behind. All right? Now, you're just simply going to let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. That should feel really good. You feel the stretch? Now, don't release the shoulder blade squeeze, all right? So we want to continue squeezing those shoulder blades together. All right, let's come up, and we're going to drop that left ear down and squeeze. All right, and release that. Okay, let's do that one more time. We're going to put the hands behind us, right? We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades behind. Now this time, we're going to drop the left ear first. Again, you really don't want to lose that squeeze behind you, the shoulder blades. That's super important. Come up. And then we're going to drop it the other way. So think about squeezing. Upper body is active. One more breath and release. Roll those shoulders. All right. Very, very good. Just one more. Just kind of moving those shoulders around a little bit, right? Okay, excellent. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to have our palms in our lap and we're just stacking them, okay? So don't interlace the fingers, just kind of stack your palms and they're in your lap, all right? Now, we're going to bring them up back behind our head. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to let those thumbs go and then you're going to give yourself a little massage in the back of the neck, okay? Do you feel that? Just a little neck massage while we're here. It should feel really good. All right, we're going to lift up. Now, we're going to bring our elbows together towards one another and then just let your head fall. So the weight of your elbows, I don't want you pulling on it, right? But as you tuck your chin, the gravity will help pull those elbows down and give you a little extra stretch in that neck. Just holding it here for a few more breaths. One more breath. All right, release the hands. Bring the head up. And it's just kind of rolling in. I don't care. This is kind of your free form stretch, right? Kind of whatever feels good to you. It's just moving around, trying to let that arm, and if you want to get the arms going a little bit, that's okay too. All right, we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to bring our hands down. So we're looking down at our stacked palms, okay? We're going to bring those hands up and around behind our head. Extend those thumbs and give yourself a little neck massage. Just a little neck massage there. All right, here we go. Extend that head up towards the ceiling. Bring your elbows towards one another. All right, take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, tuck your chin and just let your head fall. Again, you're not pulling or tugging on the head. You're just simply letting gravity help give your neck a little extra stretch. Just another breath here. Remove the hands and lift the head up and give yourself a little moving around. Move it around, move it around, move it around. Okay. So we're going to drop that right ear to the right shoulder, all right? Now, just take your left hand. So what we're going to do is extend it out. So it's not down towards the floor, okay? So it's out, and I want you to flex the hand. Push your palm away from you. So I just felt a crack in my neck. It felt very good, actually. Just give that one more breath. All right, and release it. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Now, one thing to think about here, I want you to notice, go ahead and press this other palm out, flexing that arm. Are you feeling like you're kind of collapsing in on yourself? If you are, really actively squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Heart lifts, right? So we don't want you to collapse in on yourself. You want to keep that heart lifted. Feel that stretch in the neck. One more breath. Go ahead and bring that hand down and lift that head. Can we do that the same thing on both sides one more time? Here we go. Drop it down. Extend it out. Flexing that arm. The hand, not the arm. Flexing that hand, pressing that palm out. Make sure your heart is lifted. I just all of a sudden realized I was kind of sinking down. Lift that heart, squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. One more breath and release. Let's go to the other side. Here we go. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. One more breath and release. Give me some shoulder rolls, some move. I don't care, whatever you like to do. Just kind of move around a little bit. Should feel really, really good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is called thread the needle. And we do this on the mat, and I love this pose. And I was trying to figure out how can we do this seated, and I think I've got it. So you guys can leave me a comment and let me know what you think. You may say, yeah, now not so much on that thread the needle thing, but let's give it a try, all right? So if you'll notice, I just moved up a little bit more in my chair, okay? So I want to be a little bit forward. Both of my feet are grounded. I'm going to lift my heart up. Now, we're going to take our right hand. We're going to lift it up towards the ceiling. Okay, before I move this hand, I want you to take that left hand and move it out to your knee. Okay, so because we're gonna be moving between this elbow and this thigh. Okay, all right. Now take that right hand up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to thread it through between your elbow and your thigh. You're going to lengthen through. Peek at me, right? It's okay. Extend that arm out, and then your ear is towards the floor. So that right ear is down towards the floor. All right, let's do that again. Up we go with that hand. Bring it through, thread that needle, and down we go. So the heart kind of falls. We're twisting through. Let's do it one more time. Up we go. Bring that hand through. Heart falls. Right ear towards the floor. Twisting through. One more breath and release it. What do you think? I like that one. I think that's a good one. All right, we're going to do the other side. So again, let's place this hand on the thigh, on the knee more, so that you can get this arm through, right? Left arm is going to come up first, and then we're going to bring it through, ear towards the mat. There's the twist. You feel it? All right, let's do that again. Up we go. We're going to bring that through. Extend, feel the twist, ear towards the floor. Up we go. Bring it through, twist and stretch. Really feeling that stretch through the side waist. Ear towards the floor, shoulders are down. One more breath and release. All right, let's get a sip of water. Let's come to standing on the right side of our chair. So we're going to be standing here facing our chair, and I'm going to be about a step away, okay? So not too far away from my chair. Now, we're going to move into a cat and cow. So I'm going to pull my belly in nice and tight, and I'm going to let my heart fall. I'm going to place one hand in the seat of my chair, and I'm going to place my other hand in the seat of my chair, okay? So if you need to make some adjustments so that you're in, feel like you're in alignment. So it's really important that we kind of have our shoulders in alignment with our wrists and our hips in alignment with our ankles, okay? All right, so I'm going to look down at my chair, and I'm just going to let my belly fall down, and I'm going to lift my heart. And my hips kind of lift as well. So there's our cow pose. Now I'm going to pull my belly button to my spine, and I'm going to let my head just fall down into my cat pose. Let's go ahead and do cow again. Dropping the belly, lifting the heart, lifting the hips, and cat pose. Belly button to spine. Tuck the chin. Really feel that head falling. Let's add the breath. Here we go. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale into your cat pose. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale into your cat pose. Come back to neutral spine. Pull your belly button to your spine. Let go of your chair. Roll it up nice and slow. All right, how did that feel? So that should feel really good. And as you move into that cat pose, if you really kind of accentuate that shoulder forward and the tucking of the chin, you may get a little extra stretch there. So we're going to do that again one more time, just like that, but we're going to just, move through with the breath. We'll go through 3 times and then we'll move on, okay? So belly tight first, pull it in, come forward, place one hand in the chair, then the other hand in the chair, right? Here we go. Drop the belly, lift the heart, cow pose, inhale. Exhale, round it down, really tuck that chin, feel that head tucking, feel the stretch in the neck and the back. Drop that belly into your cow pose. Move into your cat pose as your exhale. Inhale into cow pose. Last one. Exhale into cat. And come to that neutral spine. Okay? So the next movement is called Wag the Tail. So what we're going to do is we're going to take I call it the hip tip, right? So we're basically just moving that tail over. So I'm just kind of twisting, and I'm taking my hip tip and my rib tip, and I'm trying to make that space smaller, okay? So you've got the hip and the rib, and I'm just trying to make that space smaller. So that's kind of the feeling that you got, all right? Let's come center, and let's go ahead and go to the other side. So this is our starting, and then we'll be adding on. Let's come back center, do that one more time. I just want you to get the feel of the wag first. Come back center. You should be feeling that sideways. You should be squeezing the hip tip to the rib tip, and come back center. Okay, what we're going to add on now is as I'm twisting, I'm going to twist to the left, right, and I'm going to look over my left shoulder. Come back center, and then go the other way, and then look the other way, right? So we're looking the same direction of the squeeze that's happening. Come back center, wag your tail and look. Come back center, wag your tail and look. Come back center, pull that belly in, roll it up, nice and slow. How did that feel? A little stretch through the side waist, but we're getting that neck stretch at the same time. We're going to move behind our chair for the next one. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand and you're going to place it on the opposite side of the chair. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other hand and I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to take that shoulder behind me and I'm going to twist and look. So we do this in the chair, don't we? This one is a standing twist. Let's go ahead and look forward, and we're going to do that again, okay? So take this hand out, opposite hand back, turn. So remember to take that shoulder back first, right? And then we're going to look. So we're feeling the center of the body is stretching. You should feel those side waist muscles stretching. You also should feel your neck stretching as you're looking over the shoulder, and release. So the other thing that's super important in here is that you keep those shoulders down. If you don't keep your shoulders down, then you may not feel the stretch quite as much. As certainly you're not going to feel it as much through the shoulders. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to move it around. Shoulder is back, looking over. So I'm kind of using the chair a little bit as a lever as I increase my twist. And release it. And let's do the other side. Here we go. Arm is back. Pull that shoulder back, looking over that shoulder and feeling the stretch. One more breath here and release. Okay. So for the next one, you're going to be turning around and not facing me. So let me show you real quickly. Watch me, and then when you turn around, it'll make sense. So we're just going to do, and if you've been with me before, it's a mini camel. We're not going to do a full camel, but it's going to be a small camel. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the back of my chair, and I'm going to lift my heart up, right? So I'm using my chair as I'm holding on, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades behind me. And then I'm gently looking up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Okay, did y'all see that? So basically, I'm here, I'm grabbing the sides of my chair, but I'm kind of using that, and then I'm looking up, and then we'll add a couple of things on, but from that position. Okay, you want to join me? Here we go. All right. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Shoulders are down, right, out of the ears. I'm holding onto my chair. I'm going to lift my head up slightly, looking where the ceiling and the wall meet. Now I'm going to look down at the floor, and I'm going to look up where the ceiling and the wall meet. I'm going to look down at the floor. Do not lose the squeeze between the shoulder blades, looking up. One more, look it down. Looking up. Now just look out, straight ahead. Look over your right shoulder. Look center. Look over your left shoulder. Look center. One more. Right shoulder. Center. Left shoulder. Center. And release. Turn around and face me. Is everybody okay with that? That feel pretty good? Nice little stretch. Yeah? All right. Very good. Let's grab a sip of water. Okay, let's drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Now we're just simply going to look up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and look center, and then we're going to look down at the floor. Go ahead and look center, and bring that head forward. Let's drop that head the other way. We're going to look up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring it center. We're going to look it down at the floor. Go ahead and look center and bring that head up. All right. Let's do that again. So we're going to drop that head, that neck, the head over. I'll get it right here in a minute. Now let's extend that hand out. Flip the palm up to the ceiling. Bring the hand down. Lift the head up. Other side. Dropping that ear down towards the shoulder. Let's extend that opposite arm out. Palm faces down first. Now flip that palm up to the ceiling. You feel the difference? Just a little difference, right? And release. Very, very good. Okay, so now we're going to clasp our hands behind our back and just lift our heart up. Okay, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Your heart is lifted. Now drop that left ear to left shoulder. Go ahead and look center and then drop that other ear to the shoulder. Go ahead and look center and release. Whew. Right, do you feel that? Can we do that just one more time? Clasp those hands behind the back. Lift up. Drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Go ahead and lift and left ear to left shoulder. Lift it up and release. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a chin tuck, and I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see it a little more clearly what I'm doing. So we're going to take our hand, our finger, and we're just going to put it right on our chin. Then all I want you to do is take your chin away from your finger. Leave the finger right where it is, and then just pull your chin away. See what I'm doing? And then release it. And do that again. Pull that chin away from the finger. And release. Final time. Here we go. Pull it. And release. All right? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so we're just going to do one more chest opening here. The thumbs are back towards the wall. We're opening our chest, squeezing those shoulder blades behind our back. One more breath here and release it. And let's do that one more time. Turn those thumbs to the back wall. Open up that heart. And release. Okay, so this is going to be for our scaling. So I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to place it on my opposite collarbone. So your collarbone is here and your hand's just going to go right above it. And basically you're kind of pressing in, and we call that pinning those muscles. So you're going to try to keep those muscles from moving to get a little deeper stretch. Now we're going to look over the opposite shoulder first. Do you feel that? My scalings are always super tight, so I really feel it. All right, go ahead and look center. Now we're going to look down towards the floor. All right, go ahead and look center and release it. You feel that stretch? Yeah. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to pin those muscles right above the collarbone. Okay, so now we're just going to look to the opposite side first. And go ahead and look center. Now look down towards the floor. Just breathing into it, feeling that stretch of those scaling muscles. Let's go ahead and look center. Now look up. I don't think looking up is quite as much of a stretch, but it's still a good option if you want to do that. Let's go ahead and look down and release. All right. Very, very good. So These muscles, these trap muscles here, what we're going to do is we're going to extend one arm down towards the floor, okay? And then we're going to pull our, gently, we're going to place our hand here on the head and we're going to pull it very, very gently. One more breath. Let's go ahead and release that. And we're going to go to the other side. So that hand is going to go down towards the floor. This hand is going to come up. We're going to just gently, ever so gently, pull ear towards your shoulder. Just one more breath here. Go ahead and release that. All right, very, very good. Okay, so the next one, these muscles that help us raise our shoulders. So we're going to take our hand, and instead of coming across like we did on with the collarbone, we're going to just hold those muscles back behind on the same side, okay? So you're kind of just holding those muscles, trying to pin them, as we call it. And then what I want you to do is look down at your opposite, or over this leg, down at the floor. Just one more breath here. And release it. Okay, and let's do the other side. So again, my hand just kind of reaches back behind that shoulder. I'm going to hold those muscles there. And then I'm going to look down towards the floor on that opposite side. Just one more breath here. And release. Very good. You want to give them one final stretch of those shoulders. Excellent. Let's go ahead and sit back in our chair. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest lightly in your lap, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Imagination and reality. Imagination is nothing, and it is everything. Imagination abandons reality in order to create an even more meaningful reality. Imagination has no necessary basis in reason or physical substance, yet your imagination is an accurate and inspiring picture of exactly who you are. You negotiate constantly between imagination and reality. Merge them together, respecting the essence of each, and you create value, achievement, fulfilling experience. It is a risky undertaking, for the harshness of reality can effervesce imagination, and unchecked imagination can reduce reality to rubble. Yet where there is great risk, there is also potential for great rewards. You are uniquely positioned to envision those rewards and then forge them into existence. Imagine what can be, combined with disciplined observation of what is, and do the work to make it happen. Reality is overwhelming, and your imagination is limitless. Bring them together to create richness and fulfillment. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Bring your hands to your heart, honoring one another. We say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. And I hope that you'll leave me a comment and subscribe to our Bottoms Down YouTube channel. I will see you next time.